Let's talk about returning without shame. We can be our harshest critics sometimes. I know I can be, most of the time. But if you're shaming yourself for missing a day or falling off a little bit or maybe not doing it quite as much as you wanted to, you're being your own enemy. Shame is a powerful tool, but you don't want to use it against yourself. There's plenty of people that probably shame you in your own life. So I just add on to it. When you're doing this 21-day program, if you're not doing the 21-day program and just doing the goals, whatever you might be doing, maybe you're not doing the goals at all. Maybe you're just listening and going about your life. But just remember, return to yourself without shame. If it doesn't go the way you thought it was, something happened, went wrong, might suck. It's not the end of the world. Hopefully. But you move on, you get back up, and you just keep doing it. And sometimes it feels awful. You feel like you're hurting yourself, working on this consistency. That's all the things in your brain undoing themselves. All the doubts, all the fears, all the comfort in being complacent. It's all going away. And that's where it's good to be uncomfortable. It's showing growth. You're growing. And I'm proud of you. Keep it up. And then the next point I have is why consistency is greater than intensity. You can work to change something. You can go full force at it and try to do it overnight. But lots of times those efforts fade, sizzle out, burn out, whatever. It's about consistency. Movements that happen with consistency become lasting. It's an implant in your DNA. You're telling your body and your mind and your soul what you're doing and what it needs to do to be with you by doing these things consistently. You are training your subconscious self. And let's talk about how self-trust is built quietly. You don't build trust in yourself by screaming out loud how much you trust yourself now and you didn't last week, or maybe you can tell some people that, but it's not about applause and parades. It's about the feeling you'll get when you do trust yourself. The feeling when you wake up one day and finally realize that you are enough, you know enough, that you can do whatever you want to do. You just got to use this thing up here. And you have to trust yourself. And we talked about, I believe, on Monday or Tuesday, that trust is not a feeling. It's a skill set. Self-trust is not a feeling. It is a skill set. You don't just tell yourself you're going to trust yourself and do so. Oh, that's not going to work. You have to develop the skills in order to trust yourself. To know that you can trust yourself because you know what to do. Because you are informed and educated. That doesn't mean you have to be a doctor. It just means you have to know what you're doing and what you're talking about, or try to be curious enough to help hopefully figure it out. But self-trust is built quietly. We do the work on our own a lot. And that's why we come here to these group sessions after the pod, to the Discord, so we have somewhere to talk and communicate with one another and feel like a part of a community, because it can be quiet. It can be lonely. Doing self-work on your, for yourself, doing the shadow work type things. When you start out in those journeys, people don't tell you, I hope you enjoy, being a little lonely. You're going to lose most of the people you cared about in your life. Because it's not that they don't care about you, but they care about you in the version of you that they know. And once the new version of you comes out, oftentimes there's a lot of people that just aren't up to par with that. And I try to look at it this way. They're doing us both a favor by removing themselves from my circle or your circle. Because if you are standing up to be who you want to be and doing the right things for yourself, and that's too much for them or not what they're into, they weren't one of your friends anyway.